I mean like 10 years?
Hopefully not, right? Because we've been developing for a few years now, and yeah, hope not. Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah,
We'll see.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, just finished watching almost like 6 hours of live streams from Diablo 4. I watched Bloodshed's live stream, I watched Queen69's live stream, and also Rhyker's live stream, which just ended. And I got a lot more information about the game, and yeah, I mean, this game is about 10 years out. So hopefully not, but it could definitely take another 5 to 7 years easily. Because, something that I learned is, and what I feared, is that everything that we see in the demo at the moment that was being played by Rhykker, Queen69 and Bloodshed, right? And a lot of other people out there, right? That's it. There's nothing really more. That's everything that there is from Diablo 4 at this very moment. And I believe this is just everything to do with the last year's Diablo Immortal reveal, when everybody, got really upset, and there was still no hint of another Diablo game, and everybody was expecting, oh my god, we finally are going to be seeing Diablo 4 and maybe a release in a year or two. And I guess that's pretty much the time when they actually started like really rushing to make something playable for BlizzCon. And I do get the Anthem vibes here a little bit. Now, of course, this is Blizzard, right? When they actually release something, it is pretty polished, right? Well, hopefully not like Diablo 3's unique items at release. Anyway, usually their stuff is really, polished. So yeah, as they said themselves, right? Diablo 4 is, it's not even close to finished, right? Even to their own standards, right? And that's kind of concerning, guys. It's definitely like 2024 at least, until we're gonna see anything Diablo 4 related. And it was kind of sad to hear that it was just rushed to put together just so, Diablo fans know, that Diablo 4 is actually, it's in the process, right? Not that we didn't know before, but we actually can see it now and in what state it is. And I mean, it does look pretty decent, right? And plays pretty nice, but there's definitely a lot of stuff missing, and you can clearly see that it's just so early on in the development cycle that they just had to show us this to, let the hate die down a little bit, right? Because a lot of people were upset on Diablo stuff, and of course Blizzard stuff lately as well. And yeah, God, another 5 or 7 years to wait. What are they gonna do like in between that time, right? Are we gonna see a Diablo 2 remaster? Just nothing really great, right? I mean, it's cool, right? But it's nothing like a new Diablo game. Are we gonna see a Diablo 3 expansion? I guess not. So what exactly is going to be happening with Blizzard, with Diablo in the next 5 years or so, right? I know we're gonna be getting updates, one update per year or something like that. Like on BlizzCon, like what's the state of Diablo, right? But yeah, God, this gives a lot of market share to grinding gear games with Path of Exile, right? So they pretty much have the top spot of action RPGs for the next 5 years or so. And I guess when Diablo 4 finally launches, we can see Path of Exile 6.0 or something like that, right? So yeah, Exile Gone also is like 2 weeks away, so we're gonna see Path of Exile 3.9 and 4.0 trailers and first gameplay look, right? Everybody is really excited about 4.0. Maybe we're gonna finally see some really nice multiplayer updates and stuff like that as well. So it would be like as exciting like Diablo. Diablo 3's multiplayer is like they're really different games. Like when you ask me about multiplayer, right? So I don't play and I don't like to play any multiplayer in Path of Exile, but I can't play solo in Diablo 3. I mean, Diablo 3 is something I just want to play multiplayer, right? And with Path of Exile is just the exact opposite. But then again, like what we saw today here, I mean, it's neat, but yeah, the skill tree and stuff like that, I mean, it's just so limited. It's just, there's not a lot of stuff going on there. Comparing to Path of Exile, which has just an insane skill tree rate, which can also change into a bigger skill tree with 4.0 or something like that, you know. You never know, right? But it's at the moment, it's already like so big and so varied. You can make so much interesting different builds, right? That you can't with Diablo 3 and with Diablo 4, as we can see, they're bringing a lot of stuff from Diablo 3 pretty much, and you know, fine-tuning it, making it better, and you know, bringing some new stuff into it. But they're nothing making. What I couldn't see is something game-changing, something brand new. I couldn't. It was just like, it's kind of like Diablo 3.5 ish or something like that. I would have loved to see, you know, much more like, you know, something, you know, game changing, right? Something never seen before, right? Maybe even never before seen graphics, right? The graphics were good, but they definitely weren't that special, right? They don't have ray tracing support at the moment, but you know, as the build is just so early on, I guess there's nothing to talk about there. I'm just amazed that they could actually put together what they have at the moment here. And it's a big, huge open world, right? The whole map that we saw, that is the entire Diablo 4 map. It has like 5 separate bigger locations in it, right? But that's the entire Diablo 4 map. And it's open world. And what I heard in Rhyker's stream is that there are, you know, a lot of people on the same map, you know. It's like an online MMO-ish type of game, but they're planning to do the campaign solo, so you can play the entire campaign to the maximum level, I would suppose, or the campaign, right? And that would be all done solo. So after you play through campaign, then the map will open up to other players, and you can, you know, do bounties or stuff like that, and you see other people out there, and there's world events, right? So that's a pretty neat idea. I think that would work pretty well here. And of course they talked a little bit about the end game as well, but you know, as things are just so early on in the development cycle, there's nothing to talk about anything at the moment, because everything can change, you know. There's so much time, like 5 to 7 years to go, I guess. There's so much, pretty much everything is going to be changed, I guess. So it kind of gives us a glimpse, but everything that is talked about right now, I mean, it's pretty sure it's going to be changed at some point, in some manner, right? But yeah, there was some talk about what they're deciding to do with the end game. So there's gonna be greater Rift style things. There's going to be like keys or something like that that open up, you know, some maps or something, you know, some dungeons, right, that you can traverse and that can get harder and harder. So they're not even thinking torment levels. But then again, the game is so early on, so they might still do a torment style thing there in terms of difficulty, right? But yeah, I mean, I could talk a little bit more, right? But what's the real point? Because the game it has been shown to us too early, and I hope that we would have seen, you know, Diablo 4 already years ago, and they announcing it years ago that it would be already in development at the end of Diablo, at the release of Diablo 3, right, or something like that. But they pretty much just started working on it like a year or two ago or something like that. So they're pretty much still, I guess, bringing a team together and, you know, finding the right people to the right parts and, you know, trying to make everything happen. And that's just building a game, right? The whole next thing is, you know, balancing the game, making skills interesting and different. You know, if you think about Path of Exile, what you can do with all sorts of skills and combine them with skill gems, support gems, right? And then go to the passive tree and then use all kinds of legendary, you know, legendary unique items, right? And rare items and, you know, craft stuff. Oh my god, it's just everything. This was pretty much absent, you know, what we saw on Diablo 4 here. And it kind of felt like Diablo Immortal ported onto PC and maybe added a few things, right? It's just a skin of a game at the moment for me. Anyway, yeah, not gonna talk a little bit more. I just want to sleep at the moment. There's a lot of stuff to process, but what's the point? Because the game is just 5 to 7 years away, and this is just a skin. Pretty much, yeah, this is what we're thinking of Diablo. This is everything that we did, and yeah, it's kind of like Anthem, but I know Blizzard will never, you know, release this thing that we saw, right? While, you know, EA released Anthem in the state that we saw, and it was like, oh yeah, we just built it up like a week ago or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's something that I wanted to talk a little bit more before I go to sleep, and those are my final thoughts at the moment with Diablo 4 here, and yeah, hopefully we'll hear something interesting and new and something to keep us, you know, busy for the next 5 or 7 years, and hopefully it won't be just Diablo Immortal, you know. And also something that just caught my attention again is they're thinking about paid model with microtransactions. Just absolute no thank you. I mean, if you're gonna do microtransactions, then you have to make the game free. And if you do microtransactions, there's only one thing that you can do: only sell cosmetic items, only cosmetics, maybe some stash tab things and stuff like that, but nothing else, right? And the game has to be free. That's the only way it works. Not with, you know, oh yeah, pay us 60 euros, and oh yeah, by the way, if you want these cool transmogs, yeah, pay us for those too. No thanks. Choose one model. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for me at the moment. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll be sure to reply to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Ciao.